Yes, hello everybody. Well, looks like we're back. This has just gotten so crazy. But listen, before I get into a little more backstory or a little more of what's happened this last couple days, I wanted to say something. I get a lot of comments about my shirts. Well, yeah, this one, a Team Rocket shirt, is pretty cool. There's our, there's some beautiful work there. And I want to ask you all something. What does Eminem, Drake, Marilyn Manson, and me have in common? Well, we all wear shirts that are created and designed by my good friend and neighbor, Darian Bruzon. Darian, he goes by @DBruise. Most of you know him by @DBruise, or as Where's My Pokédex on Instagram also. And, he creates these, unbelievable shirts. And like I'm proving tonight, it's actually reversible. And so now, I've never worn a hat before on one of these videos, but let's try it. Let's see. I think somebody told me recently that I look younger in these if I wear a cap. So there you go. There's a cap. Okay, so let's get on to it. Okay, what I want to add on to my video from the other day is I have been getting bombarded with interview requests from all over the world. And I'm talking about hundreds of requests. This thing that, Logan Paul did on his way to the ring, it seems to be getting just as much attention as the boxing match did against Mayweather. Well, certainly they're all looking for me because they know that I'm part of the story, and they want to put out some content that's going to have some interest, so they all contact me. Well, the first thing I want to say is that for the last 3 days, including today, I've accepted none of them. I haven't done any interviews having to do with this. And it's mainly because I know they're going to ask questions that I just can't answer yet. So anything that I can answer, I tried to, say, I'm trying to say now. There is some new developments, and I'm going to fill you guys in on what those new developments are in just a little while. Now, that last video we did a few days ago went on for 29 minutes. Well, this one's not going to. I have a habit of talking too long, and somebody told me that people tune out or they're not interested. They lose interest easily. They move on. So I'll try to keep this shorter so y'all can hang in there and hear an interesting story. So what I mainly want to say for now is that a lot of the stuff I've been reading, a lot of the videos that people have been making are just loaded with false information. Just loaded with, at least those who are supposing things are getting a lot of things wrong. Now, those who are investigating, I think Pichu is a Pichu collector. I think he did a pretty good job on his, where he just simply, tried to follow the facts. Like, these politicians say today, they're going to follow the facts. But I think in Pichu's case, I think he did a pretty good job in doing that. And a few others, but then some are guessworking. They're guessworking, like, how many times did I send in my Charizard collection, my high-end part of my Charizard collection for crossovers at BGS? Well, the simple fact is that I never have, besides the one time I did it to help Leon to do something on his channel, where we tried to cross over some first edition base PSA 10s and shadowless PSA 10s, Charizards, only Charizards, to see if they would cross over, and that was a lot of fun. We spent time together, we went to Beckus, we did the video, maybe we did a couple of videos, but we actually had a lot of fun, and it's fun hanging out with Lee. He's a good guy, and his wife Rebecca's a darling, so that was the main reason that we did that. Did I expect anything to cross over? Well, I kind of did. I kind of was hoping. But, my Charizard collection is a whole different story. That one I was hoping would cross over, but I, didn't want to take any chances, with those. I'm very, very happy with those in PSA cases, and that's where I'd like to keep them. And did any of them deserve Beckett 10s? Well, I would say maybe a couple. I was a little bit surprised, that at least, 2 out of it, what was there, 20 or something, that, at least 2, 15 or 20, would have crossed over, because they were, just excellent ones, the very, very best ones. And there have been a little white speck. Yeah, there might have been a little white speck, but that's to be expected, on cards cut from sheets. So, but anyway, was I disappointed? No. Lee Steinfeld, Leon Hart, he was a little disappointed, because he wanted to jump up and start screaming when one crossed over, like he does. He's a dandy, isn't he? I like Leon a lot. And, but unfortunately one didn't, so he wasn't able to, jump up and pump the air and all that. Maybe we'll have a chance another time, Lee. We'll see. And let me see. I just got a text. Oh, okay. I just got a text from Darian Bruce all day today. Steve Aoki, Darian, Logan Paul, and I have been going back and forth since yesterday. Matthew from Collecticon, we're settling a lot of things, for the great convention we have coming up at the end of this month on June 26th and 22nd in Frisco, Texas. And so, we're kind of finalizing deals, messing with my banner, what's going to be in the background when you all come and take your pictures, when we take our pictures together, and things like that. Plus trying to arrange, babysitting, so Thuan at Autism Instruct has a chance to get in there too. Spend some time, away from the kids. So just trying to set up these things, and so so I've been busy with messages, along with tons and tons and tons having to do with Logan Paul and this doggone Charizard. So the little bit I have to add today, I don't mind adding this. Of course, Logan is he follows me. He'll probably see this, and hopefully he doesn't mind my making it public. But I offered him a very good sum of money, for his BGS 10 Charizard last night. I offered him a very good sum of money. Last night, a little bit more than what he announced and thought that it would be worth. In that, well, in my opinion, it's worth more than that to me. So, anyway, he brushed it off last night. Today, I offered him more than that. Again, I don't want to give the total amount, because if someday it ends up being, being worth, I don't want to go into that. But anyway, I offered him, quite a bit more than what he was expecting. And he told me, I could even show you the text, if I was motivated to. He said, "We'll never sell, brother." BROTHA. "We'll never sell, brother." And then he said, "I wouldn't even trade this card for 2 of yours." Now he's saying my two Beckett 10 Charizards, first edition base Charizards, he wouldn't take those two for that one. So, I mean, as soon as he said that, I thought, well, I'm just kicking a dead horse. You know, there's just no way he's going to sell. And, you know, a little disappointed, but do I understand? Absolutely, I understand. Logan loves that card. Logan is not in need of the money. Would I sell my Beckett 10s? No, he tried to purchase those before. He tried to purchase one of my two last year, and I wouldn't do it. And I wouldn't do it yesterday, I wouldn't do it today, and I won't do it tomorrow. It's not a matter of money. As long as I can afford to pay my bills, I can afford to keep that. What am I going to do? Keep that in my bank vault, in my bank box, or keep, you know, 1.5 million in my bank box, right? I mean, what difference does it make? It doesn't make any difference. So, no, I would not sell my two. And he learned that yet last year. He learned that I wouldn't. Well, he's no different than I am. He will not sell that card. Probably for any, I mean, if I gave him two for the price of one, he wouldn't do that. I mean, come on. No, he probably would do that. But, I mean, I think he was just trying to emphasize the point that he loves that card, and that card kind of, you know, kind of is who he is. You know, just like, you know, with my Charizard collection, it just kind of, you know, shows who I am, and it makes me feel, you know, it's like a part of you in that. So, you know, anyway, he won't sell me his for any price. I won't sell him mine for any price. We understand each other. Now what it's going to be is, you know, where's the fourth one? Is there ever going to be a fourth one? And then probably him and I will fight over it. And he's got deeper pockets, I'm sure, than I do. So I'd hate to get into that kind of a battle. Because I might not stand a chance. But anyway, I'll keep my eyes open for that. Now, I know that Scott Pratt, he had a SGC card, SGC 10 card that he said that was, now Scott's seen most of my cards in person, and he said that card was just as nice or nicer than my Beckett 10s in that. And then he did a video, I think, saying that he was going to try to cross it over. But then I never heard another thing about it. It definitely didn't cross over. And then yesterday I saw a thing pop up that there's going to be an auction this weekend or something for that card. So I don't know if Scott had it, or if he had it for someone else, or if he sold it to somebody who's now selling it on auction, or maybe he's selling it on this auction site. I think it's an auction site in Australia or something. I'd like to find out about that card. You know, except, you know, now I know that if he did try to cross it over, it didn't make it to a Beckett 10, even though it was an absolute beauty. You know, but I mean, I had a dozen absolute beauties, and none of those crossed over when I did that show with Leonhardt, so I can understand it. So anyway, maybe somebody knows the story on that SGC 10. You know, they can, you know, fill me in, send me a message, DM, Real King Pokemon on Instagram. I'd like to know the story to that. And then I might go after it. I might go after it this weekend. You know, I got to find out. I think it's going on Saturday or Sunday. I got to double check that, but I might be interested in that because I don't have an SGC 10. You know, so, you know, I kind of like that. Except now that we know it's probably, you know, quality of a PSA 10, you know, that would adjust the value in my eyes. So, okay, anyway, we've been on here for 15 minutes. I'm going to shut it off here, but I'm going to have more to say soon. As the days go by, things change. I'm not going to do any interviews on this. I've been offered to do interviews places all over the world, so we're going to see. We'll see. We'll let them hash it out. But I'm not going to do any interviews or anything until Logan releases his video on it. And then that'll be interesting, I think, for everybody to see. So, anyway, well, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for bearing with me. Thanks for listening. And I certainly hope that I see you all in the next video. I love you all. Take care. Bye-bye.